Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of the main event of the MetaPlays Halo Wars 2 Amateur League. In the blue color, we have got AlbyRapier, and he's going to be playing as Forge. His opponent on the other side of Bedrock is Divisceral, playing as Yap. He's already pressuring here with a mine drop, which will secure him this power crate a little bit. Marine could still shoot from a distance, however, keep that in mind. Now there's 180 pounds on the line in this league. And we've come to the end of it, which is great to see. And these two will be trying their absolute best to take the better share of that. Obviously, first place gets more. The Jackrabbit will be killed here, I think, by the Chopper, but just barely. It's actually really close. Holy crap. That was really dangerously close. The Divisceral has the opportunity now to pick up some of these mini bases. Both players going very heavy on supplies early on. But ultimately, AlbyRapier does secure at least 2 of the mini bases and should be able to get some more done. Now, Barracks will be coming up as well. A little bit faster than that of the Visceral. He's going for the back minis. I'll give a quick shout out to everybody that's been supporting our leagues and overall our events. Website subscribers got a special shout out as well. We are keeping the lights on for us, which is absolutely huge. There's a lot of background costs going on, and each and every one of you is extremely helpful. Now there are polls up on our website, and we'd like your opinions on what we should do in the next season, because this weekend is the end of season 6 of our tournament. And we basically want your opinions about whether you want to see 1v1 or 2v2 next, about whether you want to see Warriors having access to combat spoils, as well as whether you want to see a draft format to increase the variety of matchups that we're seeing, so that drafting means that you take away your opponent's pick by picking something. If I pick Cutter, you can't have Cutter. And then on top of that, there's bans. On top of that, there's no mirror matchups, which is huge. Should be able to avoid the Arbiter mirrors, for sure. And when is the next season? Sometime in January. But tomorrow we still got the finals of the Pro League, as well as the Bronze and the finals of the Rising Star League, because those had to be delayed. Chat's asking if I had cannabis in Germany since it's legal. I didn't. I don't do stuff like that. I barely even drink alcohol. Like, me drinking a beer is like a special event. And I live in the UK, so there is that. But I do go to Germany on business every now and then for work. Nice wiggles here from Rapier. Very nice to see that. A third generator is already coming up for the Visceral. He's very greedy here. But you know, if you spend a lot of population on cannon fodder, you can certainly afford it. And there's not much Forge can do about it in the early game. But of course, once you go tier 2, once you start pumping out those Warthogs, certainly a lot of pressure can be put on. Tier 2 is coming in. And that should be a cleanup on the grunts. The mine, however, did survive. You gotta be careful with that. Oh, the Marines are immediately getting picked off, so no capturing allowed. The Forger is kind of getting pelted by these Sentinels. Very annoying. All supply pads on the minis. This is a nice capture on the side though for our Marines. But Divisceral is now gearing up for that War Council business. He's got the expansion running as well. Obviously that's what you should be doing as you go up to tier 2. Same thing for AlbyRapier. He's actually got the base before he clicked up into tier 2, which was also an option, you know. If you're feeling ahead, then you might as well do that. Not much Yap can do about it on his third point. The fourth point is scary though because of the drop-in, so maybe that's one of the reasons he chose to do this. Now the Fortrog and the Marines can certainly hold back the tide here, but they can't go across the map and do stuff, which is very annoying. More and more Rangers coming out, and Divisceral is not pumping a lot of units, right? It's just cannon fodder, and he's buying up the bases instead, so he's cosplaying EOD the Builder a little bit. Void Slays voted on the poll. Everyone please do it. Right now, if you're here watching live, you'll see it pinned at the top of the chat, so please do click that thing. And then click some more on the poll options. Takes you directly to the MetaPlace website, so tournament players are most likely to vote. And we'll be sharing it in the coming days as well as tomorrow's tournament. There's 2 tournaments to finish, as I said, so want everyone's opinion. Viewers can also vote, but we will take the players into account as well, not just the viewers. Alright, the Goblins are cleaning up now. Finally, Yap taking over some power nodes, but he's been... Yeah, Divisceral has been significantly ahead in the power department overall. He's had the 3 generators for a long time. Finally, we've got Warthogs out on the field, but I think this one just ran through a mine. A little bit unfortunate there. More and more Warthogs getting pumped. So a lot of upgraded resource buildings here for Alby. But the side minis aren't upgraded yet. Those should definitely happen at some point. I think the Fortrog did get his upgrade as well with defensive aura. It's now bigger aura, it's a better aura. So far, no dispersion nozzles, just Warthogs, no Hellbringers. Chat's talking it up, and for the right reasons. It's very strong, but that's not what we're seeing right now. Alby is getting dispersion nozzles actually, so nice. There it is. Will it be hitting too late though? Because there's already some Rangers out in the field. And those hogs are kind of getting taken out as well. Aw, man, when these grunts just get 2 heals off for no reason, that's very annoying. Mad Hat's raiding with a party of 7 earlier, thank you. Heavy metal and heal on that Fortrog will be keeping everything going, even getting into the green health zone. And that's a great scatter bomb, killing at least a bunch of the units, but I think the Fortrog does go down here. Ooh, the pullback micro is so good. Very nicely done. The Divisceral kinda on the struggle bus, and now the Hellbringers have shown their true face. Boom. There will be more of those. I do think you would need to double pump those at least though, to really make a difference. There's a lot of Warthogs right now, and the Hunters can definitely clean those up. So some form of training upgrade is important here. Whether that's a second barracks or not is up for debate. Could be just an extra base first and then getting that done. Could be just Kodiaks getting dropped in now behind all this. But it is that kind of time now. Maybe what Alby is doing is just saving up for the boomers. That could be pretty potent as well. There's a good amount of hunters here now, and the Hellbringers are pretty low in number. They are lighting the ground on fire though, which is nice. But half the time they're not shooting, so that's a little unfortunate. Pick up the hero. It's weak. Ah, the shields are coming back, but here's the boomers. Well, that makes a huge difference for sure. All the Warthogs are pretty weak, but restoration drones will be back soon enough. And as these Pelicans open up fire... Oh, this is staying for some extra. The Grunt Dome is almost taken care of. Engineer shields helping some more. And one by one, these heroes should be picked off. The mine actually detonates and was fully armed, so again, this boomer is gonna go down, it looks like. Visceral's base getting some damage on it, but I don't think the boomers had enough backup here. They're very, very strong, don't get me wrong, but there's just not enough. Not enough support. And there's plenty of healing. The Visceral should be working on some base shields, and then he's gonna be good to go. Both of the tanks should be going down, there's no problem with that. Again, this has been fully populated as well. There's gonna be shrouds, engineers, maybe banshees. The Visceral probably needs his population upgrade next. He's got a 4th generator as well, which is very nice to see. Soon we'll be thinking about the 5th one, because he's starting to float resources. But yeah, Yap's in position, I would say. This is the position he needs to be. Tier 3 for our forge is in. If that scatter bomb had been available for that fight, that would have been also a big difference maker. Pretty sure there's level 2 infantry coming in there now, so that's good also. Snipers on the high ground, but there's just too much firepower to get anything done with that little. And the dispersion nozzles never really worked out. You want the Spartans to take over the Grunt Goblins? That's funny. That is a great idea. Finally, reinforcements coming in. 3,000 blue is available for the Visceral. He should definitely get at least the cloaks, because there's nothing much else to do with all this resources, right? The Warthogs going in for the Rams. Dispersion nozzle. Hellbringers are going to work as well. And some fire is being spawned on the ground, but it's just not enough. This army is too good. Warthog's getting beaten pretty badly, and there's not even any hunters here. There's one. The others are on the way. Visceral at 82 population, which is 39. I think he's gonna be more than fine here. There's no Kodiaks. Even if there were Kodiaks, it's 2 shrouds, so not a problem. What is Alby gonna do? He's tier 3 himself, so... Oh, there are Kodiaks now, okay. If he can overwhelm the shrouds, they could do some work, but he's gonna lose this base. That's unfortunate. Maybe an air transition into vultures, but it's hard to see a way out of this. Banish is just getting too big. Soon 120 population, no doubt. The tier 3 infantry upgrade is coming in first. And then population-wise, going 120. How do you stop it? The Visceral is just super, super comfy here. Getting a 4th base, and Alby is actually going to resign it. So game 1's going to... Welcome to Vault. Alby will be picking Decimus for this one in the blue color here. On the other side, we've got the Visceral playing as Atriox. So some pretty standard stuff. Neither of these leaders is too crazy about mobility, but certainly tier 3 Decimus with air is pretty bonkers, right? You can get a lot done with that. Of course, Atriox is more than capable of handling himself, but it goes ultra late, then Decimus is advantaged. Again, you can't use stuff like eradication on a shielded base. It just doesn't work well. Kind of bugged, actually. So you got this whole 5th leader power just not doing all that much. And Decimus can get everything done. He can do whatever he wants. Also, unlike Atriox in this matchup, Decimus could be going for Scarabs. Probably won't happen, but the option's there. What matters much more is what happens in Tier 2. That Chosen hero is very potent and certainly causes you to win the Ranger Wars, but then the Warlord comes in, pulls the Chosen, slams him, and he's basically dead. Especially if you follow up with a Vortex. Matt had talking about the 11-hour Spellforce tournaments. Well, we got that over here in Halo Wars as well. It happens. So we're starting to reduce the length of the tournaments by just making sure that these final series aren't as big. And we also have this problem where Halo Wars 2 can result in a draw in the late game because you don't run out of resources. So the way we handle that usually is we just give both players a point when that happens. So that's also gonna give us some time. Divisceral now with the double raid camp in the middle, with the hero out. Not looking for a tier 2 at all, looking for a brute war. Apes together strong. Bunch of choppers coming out. I don't like that, actually. It should be grunts. Warlord, grunts and mines. That should be the name of the game. I'm not really sure this will work out as well as Alby is hoping for, but Divisceral seems to have had enough and he's going for the rush now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've also got the mines, so can do some extra damage by jumping over the bases, and with all these slowing mines, the units will have a tougher time coming in, but this is very well figured out by Alby. He's got his own choppers. We'll be able to defend more or less, right? Of course, it's never a guarantee. Mines should be thrown down by the Divisceral if he can. And that Chosen can certainly pick off a lot of these choppers before they get into critical numbers. Ooh, the brutes are doing a good job fighting against the hero as well. But here's the pull-in, and there's the stun combo. Takes out a bunch of mines. And now the choppers are joining into the fight with rams. We're also gonna have a vortex coming in, but mine counter is up. However, vortex cleans that. It's all about whether the choppers will be running over that or not. Meanwhile, the brutes have already taken out a generator and working on the second one. While the Chosen is running away, and the slowing mines get the Warlord under control. Very nicely executed. Both of the generators will be going down. This is devastating losses for Alby. I'm not quite sure how he comes back from it, because meanwhile, I'm sure the Visceral has had a second gen. Oh, he's only now making... Okay, that's not so good. That's not so great. He's been pumping more and more brutes. And meanwhile, there was a power node captured by Alby, who's also working on the second one. There will be the Chosen here to stop that, of course. So, you know, things can still change. But his main base is pretty toast. Dying Breath is getting used there to make sure these guys are doing a little bit more. I don't know what that hero is doing. He's just kind of being silly. Loses another generator for his troubles. Oh my god. That is so expensive. That's not a 200 resource damage, it's a 500 resource damage because this one was being built in the meantime. So this one costs 500, not 200 now. Yeah, no victory points. There's a game mode for that. Unfortunately, it starts with 4 turrets around your base, so you can't rush. It's really stupid. If there's a 10-year anniversary Halo Wars 2 edition for Steam or something, then I think we need to push for domination to be the main game mode without starting turrets. That would be great. Lots of brutes, ladies and gentlemen, lots of brutes. Is Divisceral literally staying tier 1 by the 3rd generator? Oh my god. He's taking over the power nodes, he's getting grunt mines. He's still got his hero going. That's a Banshee. Excuse me, sir. That's not right. He's really good at dodging the shots, by the way. Doesn't get the stun off. This one chopper causing so much trouble there. It's not working on the power node. Can the Chosen survive this? Ooh, where's the heal? The Divisceral. Can you heal it? Ah, he goes down. That's the mini base. Tier 2's coming in, and once those brutes get their Dark Skies upgrade, they'll be 3 of them per squad, not 2. It's a huge, huge power swing. And then they can go to town on this base. Tier 2 was achieved by Alby, however, and Marauders will be coming in. Make a big difference there. Warlord could do a lot of work here, but he's out of position and gets teleported through as well. I like the high ground Rangers, but ultimately it doesn't stop the brutes from doing their thing. The Divisceral is tier 2, but won't be able to upgrade that stuff in time. And the beam is going to clean him up anyway. Plus the Marauder healing himself in the process of taking these guys out. Also, he's going to have a pretty good time. Sure, it's helping a lot too. Yeah, this is going to go into the later stages of the game for sure. The 2 Banshees already working on the mini base. Very nicely done there. 2 power nodes belonging to Alby. Maybe the Divisceral got a little carried away here. Pack Brother now getting researched, but what's he gonna do with that? Marauders still beat grunts. Of course, if there's Hunter backup, that would be great. These mines certainly not getting the job done. Hammer Boy got upgraded. Oh, every infantry is stunned. Wow. Dude, is Alby gonna win this? It seems possible. Just running over the mines, no problem. He's got a star on his hero. He can afford it, right? There's nothing here. Marauders having their time of their lives. The Banshee's just happily flying around as well. The Divisceral just kind of stopped doing stuff. I don't know what's happening. Getting his hero back now, but that 3rd generator early on was definitely way too greedy, and he's kind of getting punished for it now. All these Banshees and Hunters, Banshees and Marauders can definitely get around to doing some work here. The hero will be finishing some of these off. In the process, getting more veterancy. And we're at 10 minutes, so Decimus drop can't be far out. Just a few kills left. Uh-oh. No, runs through the mines, no problem. That should be a nice stun combo. No vortex will be available, but it's a stun hammer, right? So he's gonna stay down there. Teleport will be needed to get out of this. Meanwhile, the Banshees are going crazy here. Alby has most of the minis worked on, and he's getting tier 3 as well behind this, which means tanks. Or super Banshees, we'll see. Rare chosen takedown. Usually you can't hit the Banshees, but if the other guy's not looking, it's fine. Hunter being the key unit to take down. The Warlord can do it. This Marauder is a really good asset in the middle. Second star is up. Wow. Just a matter of moments until Decimus drops in, I'm sure. Need resources, really. Is this hero gonna go down or what? Nope, doesn't look like it. The mines are not detonating either. Attempt to get an engineer out. Do we have a teleport? Oh, I don't think he has a teleport, ladies and gentlemen. But he has a beam. Invulnerability doesn't help against stuns, but all this damage does. Gets rid of the 2-star hero, that's huge. Divisceral is back in the game, and Alby doesn't have units for whatever reason. Keeps making Marauders even though it's not working. I don't like Marauders very much, by the way, in case you can't tell. I think they could use a buff, but then something else about Banish would have to be weaker for sure. Like shields. Like the juggling aspect of them, like all that stuff. Yeah, this base is probably in trouble. The Divisceral is striking back hard, and there's just nothing on Alby's side. He's tier 3 and he's still pumping Marauders. What is going on? Why not? Why not Wraiths? Why not that kind of stuff? Why not a tier 3 hero? Why not a Decimus drop? I don't understand. The Divisceral is certainly gonna punish that. Ooh, gotta be a little bit careful here. As the big bonk is coming, stunning the entire army. Holy crap. Vortex is coming in as well, further hurting this whole group. So many of the grunts will be going down here. Now the Banshees are adding in their DPS though, and I think that might be enough. Oh, the Chosen's actually weak. Despite all the healing, he might go down still, and he does. But so does the Warlord. And that's all that the Divisceral needed, really, right? He's getting another War Council. He should be going tier 3. And actually make Rave sound like his opponent. It's just Marauders, dude. What is going on? Alby had all these opportunities. Oh, God! I can't believe I missed. Now of all times. Okay. He had so many opportunities. And now he throws in when I'm looking away for a sec. Great. Well, that was a nice drop though. Hurt the units a lot. Forced the Divisceral to get out. But the man's still gonna be up on 3 bases. I think he's looking actually at the main to bully. Just stealing bases at this point as well. Chosen's coming up. No tier 3 just yet. That's a shield. No shield here. What's that? Just a turret. You'll never know. Banshees versus Marauder, pretty one-sided stuff. Banshees win this very easily. That's a Wraith, finally. The time has come. Alby has woken up. If he adds in his Warlord now, he can make great things happen. That should be a takedown. Even better if he lets the base upgrade. Oh, don't leave though. Nice. I think that was a refund though on the power. If it's that weak and it's upgrading, just let it finish. So then you can kill it after, costing the whole thing. Right, mini base has been taken down. This might actually upgrade. It's very important to take the fight with the two heroes here. Can't let Divisceral hold that. There's a lot of Wraiths around the map that can be brought around, and then it's still a relatively equal game here. Oh no, that Reaver's dead. Well, I guess Vortex coming in here and then Decimus's viability just cleaning everyone up while they're actually not invulnerable. That's pretty good. The beams belonging to Divisceral killed one of the Wraiths, but that's it. Warlord hasn't yet used his viability, which is very potent here to clean everyone up. There's all of a sudden no more Wraiths. Or they're really going into Narnia. I'm not sure why it's going that direction. Maybe a rally point for the main? Should all come here. Does look like the two heroes will be cleaning up the infantry, but just barely. And there's still the hero in the garrison. Very tough to deal with for sure. Nice to see the Wraith joining the fight. That will take care of the Rangers mostly. Decimus taking out the Hunter is great. The shield generator can't be allowed to come up, that's for sure. But I'm pretty sure that Divisceral could find a way. He's not going to, he gets beamed super hard. Okay, that's a problem. The Chosen is kind of getting chain stunned as well by this boy. And so long as the Rangers are getting taken down, it won't be a problem to siphon health while doing all this. Another big stun coming through. And the Ranger herd is getting thinned out very hard. Bonk. So many bonks. These takes down the Reaver, but I'm not sure what our Red Atriox here has left. Another base upgrade coming through. He's got tier 3. His hero's dead. Got Wraiths of his own now, but can't hold the base it seems. Two heroes are gonna be too much. And this is where Decimus really starts to shine as well. As more of them could bully the main, and now Alby is actually in an advantage when it comes to the mini bases. So taking this base down is actually huge. Just needs to remember about his idols, because he's got plenty. The game has no indication for it, you have to juggle that in your head. Oh, this Wraith is missing the apex, that's so bad. But the Divisceral is selling the buildings, kind of helping Alby take down the base faster. Alright, now he's doing his own third base and equalize the mini base count. I don't know what you do about all these Wraiths, that's tough. Even if all these Banshees come back, there are Reavers in the composition, right? Just the one. Scorch Mortar's getting researched. Alright, we'll need more than 2 Reavers, that's for sure. I hate this. I hate this generator here. This is too late in the game to justify. Ay, ay, ay. Not on that mini base. I guess he has a lot of supplies, but still. And here come the Banshees. You know, maybe 2 Reavers might be enough, but there's so many Hunters here, my god. Okay, that beam got neutered. Gets 1 Wraith. It's not great. You need that to do more than that. I guess if he picks off the 2nd Wraith, that's decent. But remember, this army has to deal with Decimus. And there's beams for Decimus as well. And this time they have Boundless Fury. Yeah, just vortex the whole thing. Oh, use the invulnerabilities. Well, Bulwark. And now he's gonna eat this. And then beam level 2 probably as well. Where is it? The Hunter Banshee's cleaning everything up, my god. Without a beam, that is gonna happen, yes. Was Alby not ready to do it? He's only got the heroes now. 1 star on the Chosen, by the way. He's picked off a lot of units. Yeah, the Divisceral is in a really good position now with the 3rd base up in the bottom for a long, long time. It's been working on it, but the slots remain idle a little longer than they should be. So overall, a good position to be in. Now, can either player really put this away, though? It doesn't look like it to me. These 2 heroes are very annoying. The Banshees can deal with them, of course, but it takes forever to shoot them down. I'm not sure how upgraded they are. Hunters are getting the beams. Banshees, I don't think they have Plasma Torpedo. I haven't seen it. Okay, that's 3 dead Hunter squads right there. My god. Make it 1. Make it 0. Great teleport. Saving a lot of resources there. Oh, that was dying breath. Right. Still good though. Saving 2 for a teleport. She's doing some good work. Oh, Reaver Wiggles! You gotta love it. They can technically outlast the Banshees indefinitely, so... This is great to see in the Amateur League. I'm so happy. We sometimes don't even see that in the Pro League these days. So these 2 are definitely entertaining to watch. I'm satisfied. Oh, the hero takedown comes through. Brutal. The gang squad too strong. Good job as well with the Reavers once again. We've got the anti-air turrets. Well, at least the 1. Till this base is completely naked. It's all up to the heroes to defend this. Where's the Reavers? They're just chilling. The heck? There's 2 more. There's so many Reavers right now for Alby. No population upgrades. Meanwhile, the Divisceral can definitely get this 120 population upgrade as well as the air upgrades going. I don't know about that, Desi. That was unnecessary. We've got Siphon ready to go in case it's needed. But looks like the Hunters are just taking down the anti-air very easily, allowing the Banshees to do the work in the air. This will be a base kill for sure. Those Reavers never had a chance. Beam's gonna come down, but the split is super good. I'm not even sure if the Hunter will die there. It should. And it does, but it's all been worth it. And meanwhile, Alby's base is gonna get wrecked. I'm not sure there's any stopping these Banshees. Plasma Torpedo is done. And the heroes can't help. They can only kill the Hunters. There's more where that came from. With Divisceral having a sick pump, 120 population space is now done. But that's gonna have to be a resignation there. There's no way to deal with the Banshees. With being down the base and all that. The Divisceral takes game 2 as well. Just one more to take the first place in the Amateur League Season 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the decider game. If Alby can't get his act together and take a game off of Divisceral, then this might be the last one. The blue color, he's playing as Isabel. That could be really good here on Rift. Isabel's a really great late game leader. Divisceral is going for Pavium, who's excellent at the mid game. So there's a huge window of opportunity for Pavium to crack Isabel. But if it goes into the end game, I'm afraid there's not much you can do about the super tanks as well as the vultures, one after the other, just taking a crack at the bandaged bases. It's very, very problematic, you know. We've got an early burnout, and Divisceral will be taking over the stuff on the side. Lots of power early on going to him, as well as these crates, it looks like, whereas Alby will be pretty minimal in his access to power. He might be able to pick up the stuff in the middle, but we'll see. Saving up a lot of resources right now for a fast second generator, which is great. That was a very smooth build thus far. But so did Divisceral. He's actually a little bit ahead on that because his generator 4 was just faster. So his second generator 4 already. Last willing is a pad. That's what you can do when you don't make units but still have burnout. Lots of power getting picked up, allowing him to now upgrade the second generator as well. It's good stuff. Alright, so what will we see from our UNSC player? Wonder whether there will be a tier 1 Spartan. Because if you can rank up that Alice and give her her machine gun in tier 2, that's a menace. That hero's a menace. Like, you just cut down the infantry like it's nothing. Which would force our Pavium into some other units. At the very least, play very defensively. But defensive play is Pavium's forte anyway. Especially if you combine that stuff with dropping a Lich on the other side of the map. Here's the thing, however. Alby is going for an early expansion, knowing that he can get that up without much issue against a greedy Pavium. It's just he doesn't know it's a greedy Pavium. He's never scouted. So this is very risky in case Pavium does something offensive. But there it is nonetheless. It's gonna be a safety turret at least. Green's able to take out these sentinels without much issue. They have significant range, so if you just click directly onto the target at their max range, they will be taking them out without the sentinels coming back. But if the sentinels do spot them, that's a different story. Then they'll activate. Once again, this further extractor business is going nuts. The back buildings will be also available for further boosting with burnout, and there's going to be a base for the Divisceral. Alby is going for a third generator as well, while upgrading to tier 2, and should be no problem at all to make a Spartan, or to start adding in Warthogs, we'll see. Either way, should be a very quick tier 3 for both players, and you know, Pavium has this option of going for an early Scarab. We might be seeing that actually. That's a harder cookie to crack. Great, now I want a cookie. Our generator is done. Double garage is in. Spartan will be next. Yeah, the problem with getting the Spartan later is that you don't get the free experience from the Sentinels, and let me tell you, it's significant. Oh my god, there's another extractor. This next burnout's gonna be sick. Albium's coming out. We finally have Warthogs on the way as well. Let's see what Leader Powers Albi has picked. There's definitely opportunities here to cause a lot of mayhem. But, you know, Pavium can certainly defend himself. There's no issue with that. Should be seeing a third base here. Now he's saving up his power for the Spartan upgrade, of course, but you can get the base upgrade at the same time. As you can see, 500 plus in the bank. Just the little things, they add up, man. They add up. Oh, look at that soar! The power, it's 1500. Your free time. Hell, you can go tier 3 and still afford the Lich later. Huh. That's nuts. Well, Pavium in the garrison is not bad at all. Especially with the Hunter backup. I mean, he's getting his Designator Shells upgrade. Yeah, here comes tier 3 is 1000 power in the bank. Can do pretty much whatever with that. This space is probably toast, however, and it won't have the full refund value if you sell it, so... But the Divisceral is just holding on, hoping for the best. Hunters are coming, but they might be too late. And there's no healing happening. Though he's 4th point. Will he pick up the regeneration thing? Full salvage or not? Doesn't look like he is. The Warthogs might actually get the kill here, that's the crazy part. There's more coming in. Will it be enough? Oh, there's an engineer. Do you Mach Blast this? It's worth considering. Oh, the Divisceral actually healing this one. Knowing that this will survive because of the engineer. Oh my god, he saves both bases. How did the Warthogs leave? And why? This was totally killable. No, Albi. You're letting the man live. He's getting away with theft. We've got a Kodiak on the high ground. Isabel can turtle too. There's mines. One of them instantly detonates for whatever reason. This is an arm, but the other two do. It's not detonating. Why isn't it detonating? Okay, there it is. Yeah, this Pavium's toast. Spartan's gonna pick him off. No star just yet, but we can't be far off. It's a 5 slot now. The Hogs are doing some work around the back. Hunter's getting sent there to defend. Albi has nowhere near as many resources as Divisceral, and both of them are tier 3 now. Which means tanks are coming in, which means neural implant is coming in. The tanks can certainly break that. Very peaceful game overall, but not for long. The best offense is in. Which not only boosts the shields of Nightingales, or adds shield to Nightingales and tanks, but it also helps with their health a little bit. And on top of that, makes the canister shells better and bigger. Albi getting his third base sorted out. Spartan's running away from this very slowly. There's no one chasing, so it's fine. Cloaking Gen coming up. The Visceral does save the base in the end. Just needs a handful of turrets here, but there's a Hunter. It's gonna be fine. It's gotta be all tanks now. Here ready to go. Third base getting worked on by Albi. Will need a population upgrade. The Visceral's third base is also in nice shape. There never has been a Lich yet, which could be just moments away. Certainly we do have the resources. I think that's the 5th point coming in. No use for Ghost in the Machine for Isabel. I mean, you could get the engineers. But getting the Reavers would be even better. Put some mines down, put the Reavers on them. Let it expire. Boom. That would be great. This base might be just dead. There's nothing here to save it. Tanks are having a field day. So I'm not sure the Divisceral can do this one. The other games went very heavily in his favor, but this one, I don't know. Plenty of tanks here. The high ground Spartan in the garrison also chipping away at this very hard. You know, the Hunter Reaver is doing well. Those are Isabella tanks. And oh my god, the Mac Blast is gonna... right in the middle of all that. Plus, the mines are detonating, taking out majority of the army. Which the hero was late to the fight. And didn't get as much work done as he would have liked. The heroes kind of missed as well. But there's the opportunity still to call in the Lich. There is the Spartan, gotta be careful with that. But hey, he saved the base, that's all that matters for now. Banish still has a lot of power to get going with. And these bases need shielding and stuff. Gotta heal this up. It's half health. A good amount of tanks, 100 population has been unlocked. The Divisceral is working on it and he's got a really good counter army. Will it be enough against all these tanks? I need to see if Alby has canister shell. If he does, that would be a big difference maker, of course. Yes, he does. Well, I don't know why he's not using Ghost in the Machine. It would be so good here. Just take over the Reavers and the NGs, walk them over mines, use up the engineer ability and then take them out. I'm just not sure enough people are familiar with that. Players just building up, not really engaging much. Second population upgrade coming in. You know, once Isabella has full pop tanks, it's really spooky. The Visceral needs to work on that soon as well. We're gonna stick a blister back under the shields here, no doubt. Not much happening with this base. Still no Lich calling at 30 minutes is a little weird. But hey, Burnout is going to town. Mr. Back's ready to party. Double sensor tower to give it a lot of vision as well. This is how far they can see, that's nuts. Blast is back. Could do a lot of work. I mean, Pavium just doesn't have a way to get out of it. Looks like the tanks are driving up to the other base and the Divisceral is sensing it. He saw the army move away after all. But if he goes too far in the wrong direction, the base trade will heavily go in Isabel's favor. These tanks just do a lot more damage than Hunters to the buildings. Vein of Fire cast preemptively doesn't do too much. big fight coming down in the middle. We've got Mech Blast landing, but Fluid Engineer shields didn't do all that much. However, Canister Shell certainly does much. Those hunters are going down, no problem. So is the hero, but maybe the Nightingales can't take this forever. I would like to see the Spartan fighting rather than turning her back. She's still got full shields, certainly can make this happen. And Pavium's dead, so just the Spartan has to turn around and fight here. Everything will be fine. This is a very, very Isabel favorite fight. I'm surprised those tanks are running away from it. They really shouldn't be. Plenty of healing here. Heavy metal should be available by now. So it's very, very Isabel favorite. You can see our banished player dropped down to 53 population here. It's kind of brutal. Could bring forward the Kodiak even and the Blister back and just pepper that base with long-range siege. That's all available options. Yeah, Alby's disengaging. He should not be doing that. Waiting for all his army to complete, I guess, but then he will face a pretty much full population Divisceral when he crosses the map again. Oh my god, another power extractor getting thrown down there. Is now a 7-slot base upgrading for health. Tier 4 base, man. I'm assuming there's no upgrades left to do at this point. You just get whatever's left, like Jackrabbit upgrades, logistics. And also you only do it for the leader power point. The training speed is nice though. Definitely worth considering. Well, both players are full population and they're gonna clash again. Should do it at this base. But since the last fight was a while back, I'm pretty sure Ghost in the Machine should be available, right? It's still really strange not to see Lich called in or anything like that. Spartan's in the middle of all this, throwing down some mines. The tanks are just wrecking the infantry. It's not even close, ladies and gentlemen. The hunters can't fight the Isabel tanks. It's just not gonna happen. You would need Banshees here. Banshees and Mega Turrets. That's the way forward. The hunters just don't do it anymore, as you can tell. There's now full population Isabel tanks. It's too strong. Restoration drones also called in, but on full health units, 3 tanks are about to fall there. And a quick mech blast. Oi! That Spartan's in trouble. Gets away just about. But after killing the entire army of Divisceral, it's all about remaxing for both players. Advanced logistics getting researched here as well. Level 3 now for UNSC on the way. There will be a bunch of Wolverines. That will help a lot against the engineers. Certainly Burnout is helping a lot with the banished economy there. But it doesn't look to me like the Viscera is thinking about Banshees just yet. Definitely should, but isn't. He might pay the price. Of course, Alby is thinking about them, hence the Wolverines. And that was a really nice smoke as well. I like that a lot. Landing in the middle of the army once again, just stunning them. And there's the mines. Oh, they're detonating. Oh, that's a lot of damage, ladies and gentlemen. Divisceral down to 104 population while pumping new units. New units are not what you're looking at. This army can be easily beaten, especially with the Spartans' help, whose full shields should be chasing this, not running away. I think the downfall of Alby could be that he's way too defensive and suddenly something will surprise him. If the Divisceral realizes this, that his opponent is just too passive and timid, it could be a huge tool to use against him. Especially as advanced logistics is getting done for our banished player. A very sudden scarab at the far base could totally upset everything. Okay, that is a huge stun from the Spartan. Every unit will die here. I'm pretty sure about it. The Spartan just keeps turning her back too much. We just fight. Stop running away. It's great. 110. You lost one tank and you're running away, Alby. That is not cool. We gotta keep pushing. Gotta keep pushing. Come on. Not everybody needs to be full health for this. This is a pushable base. Yeah, the Divisceral might not make it in this one. I don't think he's thinking about Banshees. He's just spamming Hunters again. It's really not working out. That's a prime target, however, here for a great rain of fire. Bison out full of Vulture. I think he is upgrading air in the background, I'm pretty sure. Well, Mach Blast did its work again. Plenty of healing is available. The Shroud will be taking down every shot from this hero. And we've got combat salvage as well. Every dead tank will be coming back. Please don't leave. Your units are... Oh, killing the sensor towers. Oh my god. It's the last thing you want to be killing here. No, don't leave. Gotta do what damage is possible here. That's it. Lich on the fence. Oh, we're eating the mines now. Okay, ouch. That was an ouchie. Alright, now combat salvage has expired and the tanks are actually starting to die, so... That wasn't the best. I don't know. I think I agree it's time for the Vulture switch. Air level 3 is coming in. And after that, I would actually like to see Vultures. Especially with, you know, training speed level 3 being done as well, so... It all adds up. There's a lot of supplies. Shouldn't be a problem. Just need like 4 air pads. Recycling a few of these garages shouldn't be an issue. Finally, we're seeing Banshees. Now that's going to change everything, as well as if there's mega turrets, that will also help. The Divisceral definitely has too much eco. Another Isabel tank fight coming right up. But ladies and gentlemen, I do think the Divisceral is cracking the code, now realizing that Banshee's a unit that will do well here. Because they can't be canister shelled, which, as you can see, evaporates the Hunters. It's all about those Banshees. Those can turn the tide, but if there's enough Wolverines, that's a problem, so... Hence why you need the mega turrets. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Those tanks got hurt a lot there, but the Spartan is 2 stars. There's a lot more Banshees now. And for the first time, the Divisceral has some momentum in this game. Will there be vultures now? Or just anti-air turrets? No, neither! Neither is in. The Banshees have a real opportunity here. But there's only like 10 of them, so... Not even, just 8. It's not enough. More tanks. With a Jackrabbit, okay. I don't think Alby's even thinking about vultures. They'd be great though. All looking into the mini bases now. It's gonna be all anti-air turrets. Because, I mean, with tanks, you don't need anything else. It's the only worry that you get hit by air. If those are all upgraded, then we're Gucci, right? The one Jackrabbit will ultimately break this shield. It will take 2 million years, but it will happen. Rain of Fire is coming in, and all of these units are slowed. At least some of the tanks will fall. Banshee's doing a decent job from the high ground there, but it will take them some time to crack this. However, crack it they will. Look at that. Tanks finally starting to fall. And again, with the Spartan, not Hornets? Why would you make Hornets? That's the worst idea of all the ideas. Well, this might spell AlbyRapier's doom. The Spartan's now getting peppered by everything here. Maybe heavy metal and healing can save it. Oh, you know what? Actually, there's not enough damage here. But why Hornets? That's weird. I don't understand. Vulture nukes alone would clean up. I guess it works. Mostly thanks to that Spartan, though. She's 3-star. Oh my god. She's never gonna die again. That's it. Yeah, Jackrabbit, keep it up. 25% of the way there. That's a hard-working Jackrabbit. Why would you go Hornets? I don't understand. Guys, Hornets are bad. I mean, Isabel Hornets can be good if you use heavy metal and healing together and Ghost in the Machine away the opponent's stuff. But in this situation, just make vultures. Break the base. There's nothing here to stop it. Oh, we still haven't seen hologram. Alright, hologram is good. But here you can see what happens when there's ample anti-air under a shield. The Fury is good, the execution is not. You know, the shield is just staying up at very high health still. And the entire Isabel army is gone. Ghost in the Machine wasn't even used. I'm sure I like this 3-star. Oh god, the Spartan is gonna go down? Dude. No, you're not supposed to lose that. Oh no. Dude, I think the Divisceral has cracked it. Or rather, Alby is throwing. he's had a lead for such a long time. He's making more Hornets. I don't know. Full Hornet, yes. Heavy Metal, yes. Ghost in the Machine, yes. What else? Hologram, yes. Use all those at once, and you're fine. You can totally win this. But don't do it. Don't do any of it, and just run into the base, and you die. There's no question about it. Finally starting to see some mega turrets. But why now, when there's air? Would have been better against the tanks. We got Gauss Hogs, ladies and gentlemen. That's just what the doctor ordered. I love Gauss Hogs. But I'm afraid that it will result in the Banished Army just winning. Now the Mega Turrets come into play. The Visceral is essentially full pop. He's just waiting for air level 3. He's waiting for these mega upgrades. Base level 3 as well. Another extractor. Wow, dude. He means business. Don't get me wrong, I love Hornets to bits, but you need all the chess pieces on the board to make that work. That's a huge mech blast. Holy crap. Wow. The healing is, however, getting into place as well. I think there's a rain of fire that we can't see. Oh my god, the entire army has disappeared. The anti-air is going to work as well. Oh, that was very unfortunate with that invisible ability, man. But now, like I said, the Divisceral has finally figured this out. Even through Mach Blast, he's winning the fights. This is crazy. He's now standing in front of the base. There's 113 population ready to go for Alby, but mostly in the queue. He's making tanks, he's making flyboys, he's making a bit of everything. There's anti-air turrets, however, here to stop him pushing in. But he could just call in the Lich. And the Visceral is a little slower re-popping, but a lot of stuff. Where's the rally flag? It's in front of his base, that's why he's not getting the reinforcements just yet. Would love to see the Lich over here and then a big fight commencing, but I don't think he's gonna. Right, Hero's getting taken out finally. Plenty of Banshees available for some harassment play. This time there's a lot of ground units, so those mega turrets are definitely able to put on some pressure. This combined army is looking good. By the way, if this goes 60 minutes and it's a draw, then Alby loses anyway. So really need to get making some plays happen, right? Boom. Does Pavium have beam? No, just rain of fire. It's many beams. Okay, the mega turret's opening up here, already stripping the shields of many tanks. After mines did get taken out, but it is peppering, it is looking pretty good. Why not follow it up with the Banshees? I actually like to see it, but I think the Visceral might be waiting for Rain of Fire to come back, but he'll go up against Heavy Metal, so you'll have to lock the units in place with Pavium somehow. Mega turrets left and right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ultimate pavilion play. I'm not sure that Wolverines will stay alive here. Rain of Fire is coming in, and the hero doesn't slow the army, actually. Okay, that's weird. But the Banshees should be shooting down all these tanks without too much issue. There's engineer shields guarding them as well. And wow, the mega turrets are just absolutely wiping this army out as well, right? Shooting all the way across the map. Not quite to the base, just shy of it. But they certainly followed through there. Funny thing, Alby is still getting richer over time. And he's finally trying vultures. My god, it's about time. Hell, it's about damn time. Getting in some sensor towers so you can see further. Is that a cloak? Nope, double sensor tower. Tanks are in. The Reavers are doing their best to take out the flyers. This is a donation. It's on purpose. And Divisceral should smell it. It's really good that he already has Reaver Banshee, by the way. That will be there to hold against any vulture plays. Yeah, he knows. Why would you be doing this otherwise, right? At least a handful of Nightingales with this. There's a lot of units being queued. But this is already enough to crack a base, just not the army. However, you have Ghost in the Machine, so it shouldn't be a huge issue to take half of this army, fight the rest, and mech blast it when it's all over. But you still have heavy metal as well as healing when it's all done. Where's the Spartan, by the way? Spartan? Spartan? Where? Spartan! Okay. Working outside of the map boundaries is a smart idea as well. The Divisceral will be seeing it, however, from all the way here. So now he knows. It's like, oh, shit, gotta go. It's ready. It's moving. It will take time, though, to get there. Meanwhile, this base is not particularly safe. The nukes are opening up. And I think he can take the base down. Shouldn't be a huge issue. Oh, there comes the... That was a really bad Ghost in the Machine. You're supposed to hit the Reavers, actually. And I'm not sure those nukes will be enough to clean up here. Combat salvage, otherwise the entire air army will go down. And this time Rapier is in fact losing resources, but with the mech blast and everything, he's now starting to take out this army, to thin it out at the very least, and we've got a defensive use of the Lich coming up as well. The Rain of Fire is ready, however. So, you know, once the heavy metal goes, that can start. Either way, it does look like the Lich will go down very easily to this. There's some extra firepower right there. And more Reavers will be made from the portal, though. That's helpful. And, you know, this definitely drained the Divisceral's resources. He doesn't have much left. I think he might have overmade the mega turrets, and now he's broke. So that's something he really has to watch out for. Even here there's one. Yeah, really need more pads than this, because the next trade, he won't be able to come back from it. And we got combat salvage this time. And I'm afraid the vultures will once again just come back. without having done much of anything, by the way. So these Reavers are having the time of their lives here. And all that Divisceral needs to do is just hold on to 60 minutes. Then he wins the tournament. Because it doesn't look to me like Alby is putting this game away by any means. And this is as much as you get out of combat salvage. There's no more units. Alby's pumping, granted, but this base is very defendable. And this time Divisceral has had time to gather more resources. He's doing a little bit too much power, by the way. So more pads will be urgently needed instead of all these mega turrets, which are not able to help against air units. Oh, a Rain of Fire level 3 in the middle of the army is actually really nice here. Like what I'm seeing. Some of these vultures are going to fire their nukes, but we're seeing a Reaver split, at least somewhat, right? It's not too bad for Divisceral. He's got 82 population, and he is taking down all of those vultures, but Alby can remake the army no problem. It's not so true of Divisceral. Just got to be careful with this. Because these Reavers, they can't really push, right? Something to keep in mind. Time to leave. Vultures are back in force. And there's not many resources left for the Divisceral. It's all Reavers, gamers. All Reavers. I really strongly feel this is going to go to 60 minutes. That's very unfortunate for Alby, though. Sure, he has a resource advantage, but that's all he's got. He's not making a dent in these armies. Well, the armies, yes. The bases, never. It's perfectly even. It's a nice mech blast coming in, but through the engineer shield, it doesn't do that much. Okay, more nukes getting flown out. And a bunch of the Reavers eat it, but there's more than enough of them left to take out the vultures. Or are there? Wait a second, that's more vultures than I thought. And suddenly the Reavers are going down. Could this be the moment for Alby? I think it might be, ladies and gentlemen. I think it might be. Divisceral really should not have fought the heavy metal vultures. 103 population, 5k resources in the bank. Just over 4k now. Divisceral is broke. He can't remax. Even the holograms being annoying. Sometimes your guys just shoot them instead of the real things. So some extra health right there. Holy moly. Those nukes are devastating. Now the base is next and there's no anti-air turrets. Oh, heroes here. Where has he been this whole time? Alright, the tank swap is coming in. Is that on purpose or... might be an accident, actually. And Reavers are getting to work. They are back in numbers, but only 53 pop for Divisceral. So be really careful here. But Alby is running out of supplies. He needs to be a little bit more efficient going forward. This wasn't the best. I wonder what he's gonna do next. Man, Divi is refusing to get rid of the megas. That's funny. More and more engineers are coming in. That would be very needed for these big fights. That's a good ghost in the machine. That's the kind of stuff you need. The engineer shields should be used here. And then the base is suddenly crackable. Because there's gonna be no engineer shields available to defend it. Oh, he's shooting the cloaking gen. I don't know. It's invulnerable now. Plenty of Reavers available for the defense. Rain of Fire is getting used as well. Once again, the effect disappears. Sorry guys, it's right here. Gets a voice. It's back. All the vultures are dead. All of them. And Divisceral has an 85 pop army. Alby has like 97, but it's all in the queue, right? I guess he had some units ready to go already. Because of the combat salvage, so... Should Izzy win this with all the leader powers combined? Yes. Yes, I would like to see some tanks though. Or Hornets even. Yeah, with a good Ghost in the Machine. I mean, there's no way that the Visceral can push, right? It's not happening. But if he kills 1 or 2 more Vulture armies, it's actually gonna happen. Like, he can push with the Lich drop. If this entire army dies, right? It's unreplaceable for Alby. There's no way he can do it. Too expensive. Reavers are cheap. That's no problem. Okay, lots of nukes coming in. We're seeing some great splits. Not many vultures are going down here. So Alby is well aware of his predicament. That he can't lose this entire army again. But maybe now he could with 4K in the bank. Still not desirable. Ah, 1 star on the hero, nice. Not blast, but engineer shield. Nothing died. Oh my god, that's a disaster, dude. Okay, you really have to be careful with this because the Reavers clump up when you jump like that. Uh-oh. I'm not sure that was worth it, guys. Yikes. They're going down, all of them. Yikes, 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 yikes. That was bad. Leave. Better leave. Alright, Alby's back down to like no resources in the bank. And his vultures are definitely going down one after the other. Where's the Spartan this whole time anyway? Spartan would be such a help. I mean, guys, don't be surprised by the turtle, it's Pavium. You're hoping to take some really good fights and ultimately push out after the other guys broke, which almost is happening now. Too many mega turrets for tanks? Yes, but if you go in with Nightingale's over, then it can be okay. There's no anti-vehicles, right? So if you attack this base, it's doable. The other two won't be covering this. Heavy metal and restoration drones and Ghost in the Machine and Mac Blast together. That's really, really spooky. The biggest problem is that the Spartan isn't here. Like, what you could do is send the Spartan in first, just a little bit before the tanks, and then send the tanks. Because the Spartan's not gonna die to this, right? Spartan can also tank Mega Turrets really well. But not having the Spartan on the field at all has been a huge issue, and now Alby is kind of broke and he's about to get his base Rain of Fire. It's just unfortunate that Lich wasn't combined with this, or the hero for that matter. The hero could weaken the base and cause some further damage. No Orbital Designator even at 50 minutes. You should have Orbital Designator level 2. Right, there's no question about that. I'm not sure what's happening. The Reavers are not gonna get Stun Mine comboed. Why does Alby have 22k yellow? It's 23k now. Yeah, good question. You gotta do a better job of balancing the resources, that's for sure. Well, the Divisceral is happy to hold until 60 minutes. Knows about the rules, I would assume. Yeah, tanks aren't supposed to be tanking the Mega Turrets. The hero is. The hero can take it. The Mega Turret damage against the hero is rubbish, right? So you make sure that's the first unit in the army. And that kind of does the trick. Then you get on top of the Mega Turrets, it's gonna get ugly. But you know, if the vultures work, they work. Like, you can just use all the leader powers on these and you'll still be fine. Alright, here come the Reavers. Let's see if they can do it. A bunch of them get stolen. The Mach Blast absolutely whiffs. But the base might get... invulnerable, of course. The Heavy Metal 2 is in, Heal is in. Can the vultures actually fight this? I'm not so sure. Even but it's mostly the Nightingales getting heavy metaled. And sure, there's combat salvage, but once again, Alby is gonna hold. He's not even gonna lose a single building slot. Well, one Mega Turret dies, but whatever. There's very clearly a draw. Just because you destroy one slot building doesn't mean anything. And yeah, Alby is very broke, man. Like, I don't know if the Divisceral realizes this. It's very hard to tell, of course. Because the army is there. Combat salvage made sure of that, but it's gonna be difficult to max out if there's another fight right now. Yeah, tie is a +1 for both players, so no replay required because they're not tied right now. If it was 2-2, then yes, we would make it a rematch, but it's 2-0. Okay, that army is toast as well. Half of them are flying ahead, half of them are idling. This is brutal. The Mega Turrets are just wiping out the tanks. No Spartan, no leader powers. No problem. Tanks. Very much. Alright, gamers, 6 minutes left. Just about. And then we call it a draw. Unless something happens. Of course, you could get in there and make a difference, but look at that Spartan now. Oh. Well, if you're not gonna show it, Alby, then I'll be upset. It's a lot of Wolverines. He's making the tanks take the hits. That's gonna be painful. Right, maybe now the Spartan gets hit. Take a look. See how little that hurts? Alice can do this over and over. So on the way in, she can take all the hits for you. While the tanks just come in and clean up. But it would have to happen now. Because there's no time. Okay, shields are down. Can we get a heal or something? Heavy metal is in, but everything's clumped up. Oh my god. There's still a mega turret up there in the main base. The tanks are healing up. Oh my god, actually, the Divisceral's base is starting to struggle. The Mach Blast did no damage. What the hell, man? The shielded base bug is striking again. It wasn't even shielded, but it's still bugging out. That is so unlucky. This was, however, the best attack so far by Alby. However, he can't afford the next one. He's broke. He can't make his army. That's it. The Reavers will hold. And Divisceral just rebuilds his buildings. Not a problem. He barely lost anything. Resource-wise, he's okay. His hero is healing everything back up. Unless the cloak is down. Can that make a difference? Man, Alby's so broke though. And the mega turrets from the main base are peppering him. Ay, ay, ay. 1-star tank. It might as well be no stars, but it is what it is. Hero will hold. Brave's another great match for the Isabel tanks, of course, but it's better than nothing. It's good to see the Divisceral getting something out that can fight. Not like the Reavers. Spartan's doing a good job here. Oh my god, these things are insane. Hey, he's got Orbital Designator. Nice, that's what should have happened a while back. And the buildings will be back. Pavium stand is up. Shouldn't be needed. It's not needed. When did Rift become Sentry? Well, people got good, right? They're making units. They're sticking under the shield. They're microing, they're splitting, they're activating the engineer shields, they're using their leader powers. And if you do everything, it's very hard to crack this. It's a very defensive map. Might as well be Sentry. Hell, you could argue the third base of Sentry is more exposed than the ones here. Alright, let's try this again. Oh my god, oh wow. Oh, everything dies. The beams don't even have to be here. But they are. You just can't see them half the time. Finally, we're waking up to the mines being a possibility, but of course the mega turrets clean up. So they don't happen. Eating the Ultramine so was the last thing that Alby would have wanted. Now a counter push is actually possible, and the Divisceral should really get on it. It is possible now to take down one of Alby's bases. He is broke. He's 60 population. But whether it's a draw, whether the Divisceral successfully pushes or not, this game is gonna have the same result. So the only way it goes on is if Alby is victorious with a push. And by that I mean takes out the space. And it's not happening. He's trying to build up a Vulture army, I think. No, he's giving up! He's giving up. The Giga Turtle wins. The Divisceral wins the tournament 3-0, and with that the entire league. He's your amateur league champion, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful work. very persevering, and we didn't have to call for the 1 hour rule. Thanks to Alby as well for playing. He's your number 2 silver medalist. Still pretty good result. GG's. We'll be back again in the new year. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.